Here is something strange about the market right now. More people are buying homes in Vaughan now compared to a year ago, but they're paying way less to do it. The sales are up almost 14%, but the prices are also down about the same. So is this a good time to buy or is this a good time to sell? Honest answer, it all depends on what you own and what you're looking to buy. And I'll show you exactly what I mean over the next few minutes. Raj here, your local Vaughan realtor and serving the GTA since 2007. Now let's start by looking at the whole region first. Across the GTA, sales are up almost 6% from last year, but new listings dropped by 19%. Fewer homes, more buyers. You can almost feel the market tightening up a little bit. Now let's zoom into Vaughan and have a look at the market update for June based on the May 2026 data. Three numbers set the stage here. 313 homes sold in May, up almost 14% from last year. The median price sitting around 1,088,000 and 5.1 months of inventory. All these numbers mean that the buyers have some room to work with. Now hold on to these three numbers because everything else builds on them. Here's my quick take based on the May numbers. Some of the demand is back, but the prices are not. We definitely sold more homes than last year, but the prices are also much lower. And the sales pace is fairly healthy, with an average home selling in 27 days at 98% of the asking price. This is not a market in panic. It's a lot busier beneath the surface than the headlines let on. This slide shows all the timelines at once. Compared to a year ago, sales are up almost 14%, but prices are down 11 to 14% as well. Compared to last month, sales jumped 22%, but the prices barely moved. So here's the pattern. More sales, fewer listings, softer prices. Now this spring, more buyers did come off the sidelines, but the prices just haven't caught up yet. People always ask me, Raj, is it pricier to buy a home in Vaughan compared to the rest of the GTA? Well, it can be. The Vaughan median price sits about $178,000 higher than the regional median price. But here's a surprise. Prices in Vaughan have actually softened more than the rest of the GTA over the last year. Prices here are down almost 11% compared to about 5% across the region. So if you have been looking at buying a home in Vaughan, you have actually seen more price relief than the headlines let on. The city just has a bit of a higher starting point. Now let's look at sales by different home types. And we'll start with detached because these are nearly half of all the sales in Vaughan, so they set the tone. Sales jumped 26% from April. New listings stayed flat. All that pushed the inventory down to 3.8%. That's the seller's market territory. Median climbed almost 6% to 1,444,000. Quick tip, don't let that 1.58 million average scare you. Most buyers transact near the median price. My read, if you've been waiting on detached, that soft buying window is shrinking based on the market data. Freehold townhomes. This is the story of the month for me. The sales are up almost 77% from a year ago. That's the biggest jump of any home type in Vaughan. A year ago, this segment favored the buyers. Today, the data suggests it's a tight seller's market with only 2.7 months of inventory, sellers getting 100% of asking price, and the home selling in only 23 days. Now, with the overall prices still being down 12% year over year, you can see exactly why the buyers keep on showing up for this segment. Now, if you're looking for one around the $1 million mark, especially in Maple or Villor Village, move fast, price to win. These do not sit around. Condo apartments are on the flip side. This is the most affordable way into Vaughan and where the buyers have the highest leverage. 6.1 months of inventory, only 96% of asking price, but it is improving with sales up 28% from last year and selling 11 days quicker in April than the previous months. If you are a first-time buyer or downsizing, this is where the patience pays off. Just know that the easy window is also becoming a little narrow here. Semis in Vaughan were the only segment that cooled down a bit last month. Sales did slip compared to last month and the year before, but do not read that as sign of weakness. This is still one of the hottest segments in the city, with sellers holding at 99% of the asking price and semis selling faster than any other home type in the city in just 20 days. A few more semi-detached listings came online last month, giving the buyers a bit more choice and a bit more time to choose between them. A well-priced semi in the city still sells very quickly. Condo townhomes are the smallest part of the overall market in the city. 11 sales in May accounted for only 3.5% of the overall market in the entire city. So just one listing or one sale can swing the whole average to either side. Now, what I will say is that the inventory has thinned a lot this year and prices held up better than any other segment. So when the right unit shows up, it really gets the buyer's attention and their money. Zooming out a bit and looking at price by home type shows us that buyers have some real range in Vaughan, from about $530,000 for the condo up to roughly $1.58 million for the average detached home. There is a price point for a lot of buyers in the city, but do pay good attention to the middle around the $1 million mark, where you find the semis and the freehold townhomes. That $1 million mark is a real line for the first-time buyers and one of the busiest price points in the city. The fastest way to read any market is to have a look at the months of inventory in that market. For 4 months, it favors the sellers. 4 to 5 months is a balanced market. Over 5 months, that really favors the buyers. And now have a look at how split Vaughan is. Freehold townhomes, semi-detached, and detached homes are all under 4 months. These sellers here feel some joy. Condo apartments and townhomes, over 6 months of inventory. Buyers have some real room to negotiate here. So when someone tells you it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, do ask them, what home type are you buying or looking at? The overall averages almost always hide the real story, so we must dig deeper. Now here's some quick context on some of the other bigger forces that affect the overall real estate market. Bank of Canada held this rate at 2.25%. Stable, so you can plan your financing properly. The inflation is sitting at around 2.4%, just above the target. And across the GTA, new listings are down almost 19%. That means fewer sellers are coming to the market, but sales are up over 6%. Now put those two numbers together and you can see that some of the momentum is building up, although at a very slow pace. Now one more number to keep an eye on. Toronto unemployment rate sits at 8.1%. Which is a bit of a worry. So what to do with all this data and details I just gave you? Well, if you're a buyer, you got to understand that your leverage is in the condos and you have a lot less leverage when it comes to freehold townhomes or semi-detached. Match your strategy to the segment that you want to buy. And if you're a seller, price to today's market, not last year, not even last quarters. Freehold townhomes, semi-detached, and detached homes are the strongest segment. And if you've got a condo to sell, you better sharpen your pricing, your photos, and your marketing. And if you're looking to invest in the city, condos give you the best choice in the prices, but slower sales. Freehold towns give you demand, a cleaner exit, and the highest ROI at this point. And here's my honest bottom line take on the real estate market in Vaughan. The market is not booming, but it's not in a slump either. The demand has clearly come back from a year ago, but the prices just haven't caught up. And that gap between more sales, less listings, and softer prices is exactly the kind of window that rewards people that dig deeper into the data instead of just looking at the headlines. So if you're a home buyer or home seller in Vaughan, forget trying to time the market. All your focus and energy should be on matching your move and marketing strategy to the type of home that you're trying to sell or buy. It doesn't matter if you're a first-time home buyer or if you're upsizing or downsizing or simply just investing in the city. Just remember that all these numbers are just a starting point, as every situation is very unique. Honestly, that's the conversation I enjoy the most with my clients and during my consultations. So if you're looking for an honest and no pressure consultation to understand what all this data means if you're trying to sell or buy a home in the city of Vaughan, please text me or call me at 416-830-8305. I promise I answer my own phone. You can also just book a 30-minute strategy call. The link is in the video description below. If you found this information helpful, please like the video and do subscribe to the channel, as I share these updates every single month and you don't want to miss any of them. I'm Raj Bajwa, your local Vaughan realtor and serving the entire GTA market since 2007. I'll catch you in the next one.